Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here, and we got a list of 22 properties, so that's a big list. I better get right to it. The last thing I'd mention before we get into the first home is if you're coming to town on the weekend, join us for a tour of homes. Come meet us at Starbucks. Just have a chance to get familiar with the homes you're looking for, or if it's something like Starbucks, we can talk about how much things cost, what to do first, how to stay safe, that kind of stuff. So all those options are just over there. And then we'll start off with 661 Childs number 66. It's at $269, and I remember even a couple months ago you could have probably picked these up for $249, but we've seen the prices really come up. This one actually looks really nice. The kitchen, those might be original cabinets. They might have been replaced recently. It's hard to tell from those angles. The floors look good. The bathroom vanity has been replaced, so it's nice. $269 I think is a good price based on what's been selling recently. 100 mil side, I found the prices have come down a little bit at 100 mil side, which is good news if people are interested in this this building. Mature crowd. Great amenities in here. The pool is great. It's been kept extremely well. There's a garden committee there. A lot of pride is taken in this building, and it looks a lot younger than the age would indicate. I think it's about 15, 20 years, something like that. We're looking at, it's probably closer to 15. So this particular unit looks like it has some great views of the escarpment here. It's a really nice floor plan. You do have the option of an eat-in kitchen here. There's lots of space in the living dining. And then there's 2 bedrooms as well. So there you go. You can see the church there. You can see the escarpment, sunsets, beautiful stuff. $279, I think they'll do well. Ontario's at $284.9. If they did sell this one, it would be a record for the condo townhouses. There's no doubt about that. It's an end unit. Oh, and I forgot to mention the other nice thing about the one on Childs that we previewed. There's 4 bedrooms, and this one also has 4 bedrooms. We don't see that a whole lot with the condo townhomes, so that's another great thing about that one and this one. You go inside, I don't know if that's a $284.9 kitchen. The surroundings of this home are great, okay? Like, you've got lots of privacy, there's lots of nice mature trees here, but I don't think the inside is holding up its end of the bargain at $284.9. They're going to have a tough time. The condo fees do include cable TV, which is nice. Barclay Circle's $334.9. Now this is leapt over the one we have for sale on Stover at $339. It's the same model, and it's actually a pretty good location. There's 2 parking spaces. There's some hardwood floors here. There's your kitchen. They could have done a little bit of decluttering here just to kind of improve the effect. Anything on top of the fridge never looks good. Beside the fridge is a zone that you always end up seeing stuff, and it's pretty plain. It's a good starter home. They're not going to last long. I mean, I know what the other ones have been selling for. This one could even go in competition. So Laurier is $384.9. Quite a lot of competition recently, I find, for homes in Timberley in Old Milton under $400,000. So this is a link home, so it's linked probably by the inside, but usually what that means is that there's no interior walls that are shared. So it might even be really close to the neighbor and actually look like a detached home. It's hard to tell because of the trees there. It's possible that you can park 2 cars side by side here. I'm not sure based on that photo. Inside looks really nice. You can see all the trees in the background there. It's actually a very well composed photo gallery. And you've got a good looking basement there too. Little old school, great, but that's cool with me. Pride of ownership is the most important thing. You've got a nice back patio there, and obviously more mature trees in the yard. So I have a feeling that these guys are probably going to sell for more than asking price. They really look good. Farmstead 389. Finally, someone on Farmstead that gets it. And so this home is about 1,500 square feet. So you've got a long hallway, and then you get into the rest of the home, and you can see the kitchen, how it's very, very open concept. Hardwood floors, granite counters. You've got a nice backsplash. One of the bedrooms upstairs is a little bit small, but the master's huge. There's a big ensuite there, and it backs onto common space, into the green space there. There's a small, I think about a $50 fee for garbage removal and snow removal, and these guys choosing this price, I think, are going to be really happy with the result. Irving Terrace is 407. It's a Lake Point model. It's about 1,400 square feet. There's some hardwood floors here. And what I don't get is they didn't show the outside of the house. So I don't know if something weird's going on there. Irving Terrace is generally a pretty nice street. 2 shots of the kitchen, but there's nothing of the finished basement, which I really don't understand, because the finished basement can have a huge effect. There's nothing in the backyard. Like, do we really, I don't know how much more I'm getting from, you know, that photo compared to this photo. It's really very, very similar, or even that photo. But anyways, it is what it is. 407. They're probably going to do well. If somebody goes to visit this one and compares across, they're in the zone for sure. London Terrace did a pretty bad job of marketing. Sorry, I've got to be honest. 409, there's a sideways staircase. There's shoes by the front entrance. Like, what? I mean, what are the owners paying for here? It's a townhouse. It's 1,603 square feet. I would take the previous one. It's probably total finished space is more. It's a little bit older, but it's still, in my eyes, much better value. McFerrin is, I don't like the look of these ones. That's just me. 1,873 square feet. It's a Mattamy townhouse, and 414.9. One of them just sold conditional at 419, and it basically had hardwood on the main level. It was very similar beyond there. So I think these guys have made the adjustment. They're probably going to sell in a couple weeks. No problem there. Duncan Lane 419. This one actually looks really nice here. You've got a big open entrance, lots of windows. The kitchen looks very, very well done. Granite countertops. Now, I've always believed if you take it to the granite counters and the backsplash, there's one missing piece, and that's your appliances. And you can find appliances for relatively cheap. It can really finish the look. The stainless steel does make a difference in the sale price of the home. They've even done some stonework on the wall here in the family room. And this home actually seems a little bit wider, which is nice, because a lot of times these homes are very long and narrow. Now, they've got the door to the garage here, and you've got some windows. I don't know why they didn't extend the windows a little bit more. I think that would have made a big difference. But anyways, when you're a little bit higher up, what you tend to notice is you don't have as much privacy, because the neighbors, you're tending to look down on them. But they've done some interlock patio in the front and back. So 419. Definitely a lot of pride there. I think that they're going to do pretty well with that one. Costigan 434. It's just down the street from Bruce Trail Public School. It's backing onto the new development happening at Darien Miller. And again, a beautiful house. Nice photo gallery. Very inviting here. 434 for a townhouse. Definitely, I mean, you're getting high on that one. And expect a lot of stuff to happen on the back of this one here. But I think that it's very well put together. And as we'll see, and there's actually a couple examples today, move-in ready homes always command a premium. Menifee is a townhouse at 445, so let's push the bar a little bit further here. That is actually on the 2nd floor, so that's a 2nd floor family room. There's 3 bedrooms plus that family. In here in the kitchen, it looks like they've got some upgrades from the builder. Again, more long and narrow, the finished basement. And the fact that it's an end unit and it backs onto some green space, this one could surprise us. I mean, it's certainly one of the better townhouses you'd ever see in town. So Giddings 489, it's detached. It's got the hardwood. It's got some upgrades in here. I don't find it really stands out from the pack. I mean, it doesn't really do a lot for me. It's got a good size yard, which might push the price up, maybe $10,000 or $15,000. Chalinor 519. This one looks good too. This is actually a 2,300 square foot home, double car garage. There's a little bit of a den and office area on the main floor. It's a Mattamy Plan 6, and that's almost last year's price. So I think that it's got a lot to offer. In terms of value. Even if it's not that upgraded, that's fine. You could put the hardwood in probably on the entire main level for $5,000, and then you're all set. Rule is at 549, and it's actually the same model as we were just talking about. It looks like it's another Plan 6, and oh man. Okay, so here's the deal with this one. A sink. I don't know what that picture was about, but right out of a designer magazine. Now, when you were looking at that home, what's the first thing you were thinking? I can guarantee that it wasn't this home should be in a magazine. Anyhow, descriptions, what can you say, right? Dolby Crescent, 574.9, 2,300 square feet, hardwood floors here, and these guys have a finished basement, so they're going to do really, really well. Dolby Crescent, I mean, I think that it's a nice quiet street. If you don't live on Dolby, you don't really go on it. But this one looks good. It looks like they relisted this, and it's in an aggressive position, I think, anyways. Gorham Way, 587, and we're talking about all brick. Gorham Way is one of my favorite streets. There's great neighbors here. It's right down the street from the park. It has a lot to offer, okay? So now I'm not sure about this one. I was looking at it. Is that a white dishwasher with a stainless steel plate on it? If it is, interesting. I've never seen that before, but it could just be the way the light's hitting it. Overall, this one, I don't know the size of it, but I think it looks good inside. It's well organized. It's less than 2,500 square feet. I think there should be a premium on the street, but it might be a little bit high for the size, being less than 2,500. Farrington is at 599. It's about 27 and change square feet. And the big thing to know about this one is that it actually backs onto the schoolyard. So the north side of Farrington backs onto the Escarpment Way School, or Escarpment View, I think. Nairn Circle is 2,650 square feet. We've got 604 is the price, and it's mostly finished. I don't know if you can tour this one, but it's certainly getting very close. When you look at the size of this one, there's a walkout basement here, and you're backing, it looks like, onto some green space. You would have some homes in the distance there, but when you add all that stuff together, it still puts you around that 604, especially if it shows well and it looks good inside. London Terrace is 639, August possession on this one. It's a 5-bedroom. All the bedrooms have access to their own washroom, and it's 3,000 square feet. There's a main floor den, there's a living, dining, plus a kitchen and family. It's got a lot of space. Now it's laminate floor. The builder, for some reason, loves to put laminate floor in these inventory homes. I don't know why. It's dark chocolate laminate, so maybe they figure it's okay. But it's actually good value for the size. I wouldn't expect major upgrades in that one. They're inventory homes. They get them good enough so that they appeal to people, and then they sell them. So Lancaster is 779. It's about 2,800 square feet. It's on a 46 by 80 foot lot. So it's not really the home if somebody's looking for, you know, like the biggest, best lot. But I'll tell you, inside, I do not think there's a better home that exists in town. It's absolutely magnificent inside. You could see the work they've done with the moldings and the ceiling in the dining room. There's your kitchen plus your family room. It's a great floor plan. I've sold a couple of these models before. Every detail has been looked after in this home. I don't know why they didn't show the finished basement. There's some beautiful shots, but you can check out the virtual tour. It's totally awesome. So really nice stuff here. Victoria's the last one at 859, and so big, impressive home, upgraded. In this area, typically there's a lot of older homes, and these guys have definitely done some work in here. 60 feet by 185 feet is a big piece of land. And when I first looked at this one, this is the second time it's been listed, I thought, wow, that's like, what can you punch holes in? Now, the only thing to consider is, and this was brought to my attention by a friend of the show, Colin Best, is that's the home right there. You'd think at number 21 it's into the street more, but it's the third house in. They're going to be extending Bronte. They're going to be actually widening Bronte is what I should say, not extending it. And there's some commercial stuff around here, so you got to sort of look and say, what's going to be the future of this area? So you definitely want to do your homework about the area before you end up scooping this one up. It's that house there. It's the third house in. You can see this nice privacy line of trees there, but I'd be really careful of what's going on around this zone. So that is the list for today. So if you have any questions, give us a call. And just like I mentioned at the start of the show, you definitely want to take us up on one of those offers, or if you want to see anything in the list, give us a call. We're definitely here to help. Have a great day.